I would also
But
love to hear how the corporate side of this works, because you hear about Ireland being where everybody sets up,
yeah,
corporations because of the low taxes. Would they suffer a similar thing at some point where another country comes in and says, we'll do it for even less, and then people start fleeing there?
I think, yes. So I could give you a short answer to that right now. There's a really interesting thing with Ireland where if you look at their GDP figure, it goes through this massive jump in a really short period of time in recent years. And the reason this is the case is Apple sort of lobbied in Ireland to create this specific law where if you formed a corporation in Ireland but brought in revenue through an outside asset, it didn't have to be corporate. It didn't have to be hit by their corporate tax anymore. And then Ludwig, Jesus, oh my God, I'm leaking. And then Apple sets up a corporation in Ireland, right? Their new like global headquarters or their EU headquarters, and then gets a patent or like sells the copyright to the Apple logo to a foreign holder for Apple in an offshore or account in somewhere like the Cayman Islands or something like that. So it's coming from the Cayman Islands, and then they just attribute a ton of the value of the sales of iPhones and other products to the value of the brand, which is not copyrighted in Ireland. And because they basically paid Ireland to write the law in this way, take in all of this revenue through the company in Ireland as untaxed. And because they created this loophole, a bunch of other big tech companies followed suit and like set up in Dublin because of this, right? Yeah. And that's why GDP has skyrocketed in Ireland, but it's totally disjointed from
they're not getting
actual individual wealth in Ireland. And this
Ireland's GDP has absolutely skyrocketed in the last 15 to 25 years.
Above Norway.
I think they're just more productive than
us. The factor you want to look at is GDP per capita. It is insane, the leap that is taken.
Yeah, but their quality of life is not.
That's what I'm saying. The quality of life for the average person in Ireland is not very well represented by that number anymore because of the fashion in which it was inflated. So that's an example of like a corporate loophole